Hey everybody, just testing out a live stream here. I just thought I'd go through the GFS morning run. This is just a test so I can see how it looks on YouTube and see if I need to make any changes and whatnot. I'm just still learning the process of going live, so hopefully this is live and maybe I'll get a few viewers on here. I think there's a chat bar open there too, so we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, it's just a test. I'd like to see how this works here and see what the results are like. So it looks like the 12Z is just running. It looks like it's done now. And the system I'm kind of looking at is the one that's forming off the Oregon-California border down there, that 1001 millibar low. You can see some Arctic air trapped up in the interior of BC. There it's not an overly impressive high, but it is there, and there's a decent gradient going from the interior of British Columbia into western Washington and Oregon there. So that would bring some nice offshore winds at least. Maybe we'll clear some of this junk out of here. Maybe we can get a half a sunny day here eventually. It might be tough with that low spinning offshore there, depending on how close it gets. There's also potential for a little bit of snow with any deformation band that comes up over us. All right, yeah, it looks like it's working. Raymond's Music Channel next week. This is actually for Monday. That's Monday morning you see right there. This is Sunday night. And yeah, so there's that low there. Let's look into the future a little bit. I'll look at this one in more detail as we zoom in. You can see that system coming out of the northwest kind of merges with that low, and that low is spinning now directly off the Oregon coast, fairly deep low. And you see that Arctic air kind of slide down the east side of the Rockies. Not a lot of Arctic air getting into Columbia on the run here, the GFS. And this is off into Christmas. It's Christmas Eve right now in nighttime. This is going into Christmas morning now. And you can see some Arctic air, still the GFS has it, building into the interior of BC. The gradient's a little far on the north side, but that low is in an interesting position where it could bring some lowland snow to western Washington, definitely southern British Columbia under that scenario. Not a big Arctic blast or anything. And again, I'm just playing along with this. Just trying to test this live feed. I don't know how many people are going to join on here. Hopefully I'll get a couple so we can test the chat. And here we go off into Fantasyland. And you can see some more, and it slides a little bit off to the east there too. So decent gradient though, outflow winds across Whatcom, Skagit counties, British Columbia. There'll probably be good winds coming off the continent there. So at least it remains interesting on the GFS there. The European, the last couple runs were not very good for snow potential in western Washington, and I'll text the European should be close to finishing up now. But first let's take a look at the GFS, and we'll just jump right into it, and we'll just look at 24-hour Kuchera snow totals and just see what kind of deformation band was setting up on for Monday, if any. Let's see, there you can see the precip start to move up there. That's very early Monday morning. It's about 10 a.m. Yeah, you can see the GFS still likes for a band of snow to move north across Puget Sound. But yeah, I mean, take a look at this though. If we take a look at the temperature here, actually we'll just do 6-hour min even just to get a little bit more. You can see that it's right. That's not too bad though. 32 degrees might cause some interesting stuff. It might get slushy accumulation on the cement, and maybe it might look nice in your yard, but that could be disruptive for the airport too. Snow tends to stick on plane wings much easier, those metal surfaces. Yeah, you'll definitely get some 750 feet up. This is definitely a good mountain snow maker. I mean, this one not so much this low, but there's going to be several systems that traverse across the mountains. It's going to be copious amounts of snow in the mountains. This is ridiculous. Hopefully you're a snowboarder or skier. You're probably loving this, or if you like going up in the mountains. And you can see it stays chilly as we're in that kind of offshore flow with that. It doesn't really get out of the 30s for a while there, and you can see after Christmas, you can see the temperature drop down and just kind of hovers around 30 there for a bit. This is min temperatures also, so take that into account. But yeah, the GFS still has some good scenarios for snowfall. But when the GFS and the European don't agree, it makes me sad. And let's go ahead and take a look at the European model and see if it's, what kind of, it looks like it was thinking it was on to something about keeping the Arctic air away. So let's go ahead and run the European. Here's the 12Z. How much? It doesn't look like it's completed yet. We're only at hour 30 here. This is the system coming through Saturday. When I checked last night and this morning, it looked like there might be a little bit of snowfall down low in British Columbia. You can see that low slide down across the Dakotas there. And the high pressure kind of build in. A little bit of Arctic air reestablishes in central BC. And you can see that low developing off the coast of Oregon there. And there's just not a tight gradient on the European there. You see these bars are not tightly packed like they were on the GFS. There's still going to be outflow winds, but it's not going to be anything that does not look like a big snow event by any means. Here, so there we go. Through about hour 111, I mean, the GFS and the Euro aren't that far off. It has a system developing, moving down out of the northwest. But let's see if we can compare them here. Let's bring it up. No comparison available. I'm not sure why that's not showing up there. It doesn't like that apparently. Anyway, cancel that out. But let's look at let's zoom in on the GFS, or sorry, the European model, and see if it has anything hinting at a snowband for portions of western Washington. Let's just jump right into it and look at Kuchera 24-hour. Yeah, Saturday, I mean, look at that. Bellingham just gets a little bit, a couple tenths of an inch, maybe some stuff for Vancouver up there. That would be kind of nice. I know they've already gotten one little minor snow event already. This is moving into Sunday afternoon here. And you can see precip is mostly down in northern Oregon Cascades. You can see it moving up. And actually it shows a few tenths falling, Marysville north. Probably just not cold enough in the European, which makes sense, especially with the gradients being different than the GFS. So the GFS is probably overdoing that Arctic air that gets back down into BC for the Monday event. But looks like I'm going on 7 minutes here live feed, and I will check this out on YouTube and see what it looks like. I'll do another video tonight and just kind of look at the forecast again and take a closer, more detailed look at everything. So, all right, if you guys are watching, thanks for watching.